Well, back in September in Week 4 of this 2021 season, these two teams played in Oregon. And Southern Oregon came out on top 34-33, but Carroll led 33-14 into the fourth quarter. And the Raiders scored 20 unanswered. Perka out of the shotgun. First down and 10. There's movement, there's contact, and now there's Laundry on the field.
Yeah, we'll see who they get this number 43 for Southern Oregon. As you saw, moved a little bit, but then the left guard and left tackle jumped for Carroll. So we'll have to see if 43 was in the neutral zone. Tony Collins will come in at tight end, replacing number 28 for Carroll.
And that's going to go against Southern Oregon. Boy, we've had great weather this season.
It's been unbelievable. Yeah, we have not had a game, or I haven't watched a game on college football in Montana where they're using shovels, so you don't want to get the lines across the field cleared off. So
I've been there before.
Yeah, you've probably been down there shoveling.
Perka, first down and 5 from the 20-yard line. And Perka's got all day, airs it out to the tight end Pierce, and it's going to be a first down to the 30. How about that offensive line for the Saints and the time they had?
Him. Yeah, they've sacked him once today, but that play, Tarek Moore stayed up with him. You'll watch this. He's just going to stand back there and look. He can look at two different receivers, come back over on this side, and wide open. Number 3 will knock him out of bounds, but Deshaun Craig with the tackle. But great job there. You're right, Rocky, by the offensive line for Carroll, and it's critical for them. Perka was sacked 6 times in that win last weekend in Oregon.
Rothig and Harrison to the right side. Perka fakes the handoff, screen pass, Rothig, and that was he should have had it. I mean, he hit him on the hands, but it was a little bit out. He had to outstretch a little bit.
That's a receiver's nightmare. You're leaning forward like that to try and get that on a screen play like that, a quick screen, and you know somebody's coming up from the secondary to tee off on you. You just don't know when he's going to get there. But you don't want to look. You got to keep your eye on the ball.
Perka 2 for 4. And it was Devin Bridgewater who started the first 3 games this season for the Saints. It's going to be second down and 10. Perka wants to throw on second down, goes to the right side, almost intercepted by Dylan Daniels out of Kent, Washington.
Yeah, they were looking for Pierce. Perka was looking for Pierce, and the ball just underthrown, and Daniels almost came up with a big INT there for the Raiders.
It's going to be third down and 10. Perka 2 for 4, 23 yards in the game. And, Duncan Kraft picked up 39 yards of the last drive, and he has not touched the ball on this drive.
They haven't given him the ball. Nope. And they never stopped him. He just went all the way down the field.
Third down and 10. No score from Helena. Perka flushed out. Perka's going to throw deep over the middle. Rothig's open. Makes the catch at the 25-yard line of the 16. The biggest play of the game for either team.
A huge play.
Wow.
Credit to Perka that time for remaining calm, floating out of there, finding some extra space, stepping up, and finding that receiver coming across the middle. Watch him on this replay. Float to his left, look, and he'll see that his receiver, Rothig, just cutting right through the middle, uncovered.
Cameron Rothig with a big reception there. His 40th on the season. First down and 10 Saints. They got to the 4-yard line on their last possession, and they fumbled the ball on the goal line. Kraft, his first carry on this drive, and Kraft goes for a couple of yards. Against Hamilton in that 2018 state championship game, Kraft rushed for 202 yards in the title game.
So you got kids that played against each other in those title games on the same team for Carroll.
Montana may be a big state and area, but it's a small state overall.
It is, isn't it?
Miles City Cowboys, they will travel more than 500 yards back-to-back weeks. They went to Columbia Falls last week. They're in Hamilton this week. It's going to be second down and 8.
You need
for the 15-yard line.
You need an oil change between trips.
And they're going to go with the reverse. Great play. Harrison, wide receiver pass back to Perka, and that did not go well.
The defensive lineman, number 99, he's a big fella, 6'6", 265. Tay Courtney, he got a paw on that football and knocked it down or deflected it just enough so that the pass fell incomplete.
It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Saints from the 15-yard line.
Down here earlier, and again, Perka fumbled down, just trying to stretch it over the goal line. He fumbled the ball away. They came away with no points. They need to get some points here, the Saints do. And so for Southern Oregon, looking for a stop.
Pierce comes into motion. Perka took the low snap. Perka's going to be sacked at the 20-yard line, and in on that sack is Courtney again. Wow. Now you got to kick. You got to have points here.
Yep, you got to get it.
9 seconds left to be played in the first quarter. And Powell on the season, 9 of 10, and they're going to let the quarter run out. So no score at the end of one from Helena between Carroll and Southern Oregon.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. So stop in today and let us find the right set of Michelin tires for you. If you value longevity, check out the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting family of tires on the road. Whether you drive a car, minivan, SUV, or truck, you'll be able to do more for more miles. Come visit our team of experts at Wayland Tire so we can match you with the right tire for the way you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
While students around the world found their education on pause due to the pandemic, Carroll College's holistic nursing program allowed me, safely, to start a play, serve as a student senator, work on my right hook, ski with my friends, and in the midst of the pandemic, prepare to join the front lines. Through a world-class simulation lab and a program renowned for excellence, Carroll College kept my education on track and in person.
37-yard attempt for Powell, and he missed it. Powell missed it from 37. So we still have no score. Oh, my.
Both teams a little frustrated because both teams have had opportunities to score in this first quarter and now at the start of the second quarter. Carroll probably 2 bigger ones, and they've come away with no points. But the Raiders were right down there, and Carroll inside the 10-yard line, and ended up on a 3rd and 8, or 3rd and 8 turned into 3rd and 38.
Well, Joe, in that first quarter, Carroll College 114 yards of total offense. Southern Oregon with 45, and the Saints have had their opportunities. They fumbled on the goal line, and then they just missed a field goal. So we're just underway here in quarter number 2.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Well, the Raiders in that first quarter, a minus 19 yards rushing. Sacks go down on the stat sheet as rushing yards, and that pass is complete out around the 25-yard line, and Groziani with the catch for the Raiders.
And Abraham with the defense that time for Carroll, pushing him out of bounds. But good throw that time by Ashuto. Yeah, both teams, as we said, going into the break, many opportunities here in that first quarter to put points up on the board, and it's nothing.
Blake Ashuto, 3 of 6 on the afternoon with 64 yards. Just 2 games left in this Frontier Conference regular season. It has went by fast. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Raiders. No score early in this second quarter. And not a great snap. They're going to keep it on the ground out across the 30, very close to a first down. And on that carry, Cuarte with the first down.
And Dawson Zabarth from Boise, Idaho, made the tackle that time from his safety position.
Did you see the ball come out from center? Kind of wobbled into the quarterback's hand. They were fortunate to get some positive yardage there. We've played a minute of the second. No score here. Groziani. It's going to be split out wide the left side. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Raiders from the 32-yard line. Saints trying to snap a 6-game losing streak up against Southern Oregon back on September 25th. The Saints lost by 1, 34-33 after they were up by 20.
Great play.
And the same play and not that same result. Christian Cuarte is tackled for a big loss.
Yeah, that's number 36, Trent Durfee, the redshirt freshman out of Oregon with that tackle. Came firing through there, made a big play. Boy, lots of freshmen and redshirt freshmen getting playing time here for Carroll.
The Raiders came into this game averaging just 54 yards a game on the ground, 245 through the air, 299 on the season. It's going to be 2nd down and 14. Ashuto, 4 of 7, 69 yards on the day. Fake the handoff. Ashuto's going to go to the right side. It's going to be incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver, Bryce Gauguin, who is the leading receiver on this Raiders team.
Yeah, he had him open for a second there. Max Lemon for Carroll came flying in there just a touch late, but the pass sailed high.
It's going to be 3rd down and long coming up. It's going to be 3rd down and 14 for the Raiders, and they are 1 of 3 on 3rd down opportunities.
And on the year, I think
in this game,
they're about 31% 3rd down conversions on the year.
Ashuto, they're going to hand it off on 3rd down and 14, and not much of a gain for Cuarte.
No, number 4.
And the Raiders are going to have to punt this one away.
Max Lehman in there on the tackle for Carroll.
Remember the days of the Frontier Conference when teams would score 40, 50 points and the games would last 4 or 5 hours as they put the ball up 50, 60 times?
Stand corrected. Thomas Robital was the tackler that time for Carroll. We got 2 number 43s.
Rothy is back to receive the punt. And the Saints are getting the ball back. Nice pressure. Rothy will call for the fair catch at about the 27-yard line. Well, the Saints have had their opportunities. Still no score here in Helena.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop. And you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer 1 tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
I don't feel like just another account. I actually feel like a person and a friend and part of a community.
We came to Ascent because we knew that they would look beyond the credit score at character.
At the Myrna Loy, we have a mission, and we work with Ascent Bank because they work that way too.
At Ascent Bank, we believe banking is more than providing financial services. It's starting to think outside the box for the benefit of our customers, because that benefits them, and that's the right thing to do.
Ascent Bank, Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. He's trying to get ahead of the other 6 kids in his ethics class. Pretty soon, he's going to grab some breakfast with his friends. After that, he's meeting with Dr. Klein about his thesis on partial differential equations. Later, he's got a meeting about a possible internship. And after that, practice. Big meet against Montana State tomorrow. He's got a busy week. He's got a busy life. But for right now, it's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. Carroll College. Not for school, but for life.
Well, Joe, I think somebody's going to score in this football game.
They have to. I mean, we can't leave until somebody does, Rocky. Think of it that way.
Well, I did have a 5 overtime game at MSU Northern. I learned a lot. I knew after the 3rd overtime
it was a nightmare.
You had to go for the 2-point conversion, but I didn't know that that's how you did it. You lined up at the 3, and it was only worth 2 points.
Yeah.
First down and 10, the Saints have the ball back.
You didn't have a flight to catch out of Havre, did you, on that night?
No. Plane would have been nice. Duncan Kraft at 30, and Duncan makes a nice move, and Duncan Kraft's going to pick up 7. Duncan now with 48 yards on the afternoon, his biggest game, 148 against Tech. He went for 155 against Northern, and 145 the last time these two teams played.
He's running the ball hard. Stokes Patella won that tackle, and I'll finish that story. He had 2 pick six last week in their loss. Neither one of them counted. The first one called back because of an illegal block. And the second one, he got to the 15-yard line and handed the ball forward to one of his buddies running next to him. That's an illegal lateral.
Handed the ball forward.
Yeah, as they're running down the field, and so his buddy could take it into the end zone.
Kraft's going to get the first down. Duncan Kraft out to the 38-yard line.
And you can hand it behind you. I mean, if you can get ahead of him, and that's legal. But you can't just push it forward.
I mean, the unselfishness alone, the officials should look the other way.
Yeah. Neither one.
What a nice gesture.
Neither time did they get a touchdown. Ended up with touchdowns, both times field goals. So, yeah, but 2 pick sixes in the same game. Amazing. Should have been pick sixes.
First down and 10. The best success the Saints have had is on the ground with number 3.
Yep.
Duncan Kraft.
Ride the horse. Right. And for Southern Oregon, they're going to have to figure out a way to stop him.
Andrew Carter, the center, gets it back. Perka's going to dump it out short. Pass is caught, and a gain on the play of about 4 yards. Is that Gilliard to make the catch?
It is, yeah. The redshirt freshman out of Boise, Idaho. Big Fork, Montana, excuse me.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Coming up for the Saints. 10:23 left. Here in the first half, no score from Helena. Harrison split out wide to the right side. 52 yards on the afternoon for Kraft, and give it to him again, and Duncan Kraft's going to lose 2. Long 3rd down play coming up for Carroll College.
Yeah, great job that time by the defense for Southern Oregon University, number 99, Tay Courtney again, on the bottom of that pile.
You know what? This is why I brought my sunglasses, Joe.
I know.
I knew this was going to happen. Perka, 4 of 7, 78 yards through the air. Perka out of Coeur d'Alene, a 6'1", 185-pound freshman. Over 1,100 yards coming in, 9 touchdowns, just 3 picks. 3rd down and 8 here. 2 wide receivers right side, Rothy and Pierce.
Pressure.
Perka flushed out, takes a hit, and Perka is going to go down. A loss of 4 or 5 on the play. We have seen some pretty good defense from both teams.
We have, and they've stepped up when they needed to. That time it was Tarek Moore, the linebacker out of San Bruno, California for Southern Oregon, who made the tackle. But he had a host of friends helping him. But down on the field right now is number 99, Tay Courtney. I've called his name a couple of times on some tackles. He's one of their defensive linemen, and he's a little slow to get up there. And they're not going to lift him up with those 2 guys. They're going to need more people if they have to carry him. There he is.
We'll take a break. Injury on the field. Back with more right after this.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
Get an edge in buying your home by getting pre-qualified for your mortgage today. I got home from work early, walked in the front door, and immediately felt like I got smacked in the face with a rotten egg. I've smelled a natural gas leak before, so I went right back outside and called Northwestern Energy. They came over immediately. Turns out one of the burners on the stove wasn't turned off all the way, and fumes were filling the room. It's a good thing they add that rotten egg smell to natural gas. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. It's a full-time job keeping these two safe, but with Northwestern Energy's help, it's a little easier.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
True freshman out of Billings Central, Marcus Whitman is back to punt. Will he fake it like he did last week and throw for a touchdown? And Marcus, rugby-style kick. It is a line drive kick. And there will be a return of only a yard on that play. Botella had nowhere to go.
TJ Abram got down there quickly, Rocky, and timed it just perfectly.
I'd like to thank our Frontier Conference sponsors. The corporate sponsors include Cooper Tire, Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, and U.S. Bank. First down and 10, Raiders. Under 9 minutes to be played in the first half. No score, play action, and wow.
Yeah.
Overthrew his intended receiver, Graney.
Yeah, Graney was open, but that pass just sailed on Ashuto a little bit.
Ashuto, 4 of 10, 69 yards in the game. Great defense, both teams, early in this contest. These two teams combined for 67 points the first time they played back on September 25th, and that's not going to happen today. Second down and 10. Ashuto wants to throw. Ashuto airs it out again to Graney, makes the catch. Same play, but a gain of only a couple. Then how about that defensive pursuit on the part of the Saints?
Yeah, it was great pressure, but I think they're going to call that incomplete as he was out of bounds. The official waved it off, so it's 3rd and 10. So the Carroll community mourning the loss of Joe Robinson, a kid that I knew very well growing up. He grew up here in Helena about the same time I did, but Joe passed away Monday down in Billings. Joe played here 79, 80, and 81. And his brothers, especially his oldest brother, Bob Robinson, very instrumental in getting this field put in. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Joe's family, his wife Judy, and his children.
It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ashuto is going to run and get tackled from behind. He's going to be short of the first down by about 4 yards.
Colton Ball, good play, good acceleration. Carroll's defensive front is pretty solid, and they're young. But they're learning every game and getting better. So it looks like they're going to get the ball back here.
Another punt.
Yeah, another punt coming up.
And back to receive is going to be TJ
Abram.
TJ Abram is back. You know, it might just be a special teams play that will develop and be our only score of the game. Under 8 minutes left to be played here. Nice high kick. TJ's going to call for the fair catch near the 25-yard line, and the Saints were back out on the field on offense.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
3 Frontier Conference teams nationally ranked this week. Rocky 17th, College of Idaho 19th, and Montana Western comes in 25. Dickinson State's ranked 20th, and Montana Western beat them this year. It's going to be first down and 10 for the 25-yard line. Here comes Duncan Kraft, breaks another tackle, and Kraft to the 31-yard line for a gain of 6 on that play.
And a great run. He hesitated at the line of scrimmage, Rocky. I don't know if you saw him, but he hesitated, waited for that hole to develop. He saw it coming and just paused just for a second and then took off to the left and made that cut and picked up those 6 yards. But tackle made in there by number 48, and that is Ty Glumbick for Southern Oregon.
What a job Kraft has done coming in for the injured Matthew Burgess, who was simply outstanding in the spring. He averaged 134 yards a game and 5.4 yards a carry. Play action. Perk is going to air it out. Free football. It's going to be intercepted.
Botello.
And Botello again. And that is his 5th interception on the year, his 3rd in the last 2 weeks. And as we watch, I mean, that was not a great pass.
It was underthrown. He had to get the receiver open beyond him, but he underthrew the ball quite a bit. And Perko learned from that and get better. But Patello, he seems to always be there when the ball's near. That time he didn't run it back for a touchdown. He's going to quit doing that because they don't count him for him. But great job by Patello to step in there and make that play.
So the Raiders have the ball back, just 69 passing yards in the game, -6 on the ground here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 42-yard line. And they're going to go on the ground, and with that carry is Huarte, and a gain of about 3 yards on that play. What a defensive game this has been. Coming up on the First Interstate Bank halftime show, Rochelle Sayers, women's basketball coach. Joe will interview that young lady. Boy, what a team they have. A couple of All-Americans coming back for their 5th year. They are loaded.
You bet, boy. They are. So
and
interesting.
Charlie Gross will also be our halftime guest, athletic director. That on the First Interstate Bank halftime show. And Christian with the carry again gets across the 50-yard line. Huarte with a nice pickup. It's going to be 3rd down and short, but wait.
A late flag.
And the Saints have been hit hard with penalties in this first half. And, boy, it's difficult for a team to get some progress going here.
This is a holding call against Southern Oregon. So they're stepping back just after it looked like they had some momentum. We're going to be looking at like a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2.
Total yards of offense here in the first half, 129. For Carroll College, just 66 yards of offense for the Raiders of Southern Oregon. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 17 for the Raiders. Oshuda is going to air it out, incomplete, and that is a good flag as Bryce Goggin, the team's leading receiver, was open, and he got hit right before that ball got to his hands.
Yeah, it was Zach Spiroff, the junior. He was there just a touch early.
So big break for the Raiders as we watch this on our Pepsi replay.
You can see Zach, number 15, he's just arriving just a step early. The officials right there, they're talking over where the ball's going to be spotted now if they take the penalty, which I'm sure they will.
5 minutes and 59 seconds left to be played. here in a scoreless first half. Kind of wonder when's the last time a Frontier Conference game was 0-0 at the end of 2.
That's true. Usually, it wasn't long ago that every Frontier Conference game was a shootout.
It's going to be first down and 10 for the Raiders, a yard short of midfield. Cuarte is going to stay in at running back. Asciutto is your quarterback.
Carroll in that 2-deep zone. Safety's back.
Long count here. Asciutto hand it off. Cuarte, and Cuarte goes nowhere. Gets back to line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, one of the linebackers came up and made the stop. Looks like number 46 for Carroll College was the first one who arrived at the football.
It has not been easy for the Raiders to run all season. They're a -3 this afternoon. They're averaging just 54 yards a game on the ground this year.
That was Jacob Retch with the stop for Carroll College. Yeah, both teams just offensively sputtering.
The Raiders come in having lost their last 3 games, and during that losing streak, they've only scored 4 touchdowns total in that 3-game span. Asciutto pass is complete, and it's going to be a short gain. Gaugen would make the catch.
Spearoff right there to make the tackle that time. Pushed him right out of bounds. Held him to his gain of, 3, maybe 4.
Under 5 minutes left to be played here in the first half. From Nelson Stadium in Helena, Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. And we're going to be back here next Saturday as the Saints will play their last game of the season up against the College of Idaho. College of Idaho and Rocky Mountain College enter week number 8 on top of the Frontier Conference standings at 6-2. It's going to be third down and 6 from the 46-yard line. You got to wonder if they come up short, will they go for it here? Asciutto in trouble. And he's going to go deep near the end zone to Gaugen, and Gaugen got turned around. He had an opportunity to catch that football. The only problem was he didn't know where it was.
Yeah, he knew it was in the air, he just didn't know where. Yeah, you're right. He made a turn the wrong way, unfortunately. And that one falls incomplete. So
I'm not thinking the sun got in his eyes, but
no.
They went for it all. And Gaugen was open, and he spun around the other way, and then he didn't know where the football was and went behind him.
If I had one of those telestrators, I could really show you what happened.
We're going to get you that for next week, one of those magic pins.
Look out, folks.
Rothi is back, and the punt away. And Rothy's going to let it drop, and that's going to be a nice kick at the 11-yard line for the Raiders. 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to be played. Here in the first half, we have no score. Carroll comes in 4-4, and Southern Oregon comes in with a 3-5 win-loss record. I'd like to thank our Game of the Week sponsors, the Montana Chevy dealers, Wayland Tire, Montana Tobacco Quitline, our scoreboard sponsor. First Interstate Bank is our halftime sponsor, and Pepsi and Wayland Tire. It's going to be first down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Perka hands it off, new back into the 45-yard line.
Number 40.
And that's going to be Baxter Tuggle. He's rushed for 213 yards on the season.
Another freshman, this kid out of Laramie, Wyoming. So bright future, really, the quarterback position, the receivers. I mean, Carroll's got a lot of young kids out there.
Get Burgess healthy and watch out.
Absolutely.
It's going to be second down and 5 from the 16-yard line for the Saints. They want to throw. Perka 4 of 8. 78 yards in the afternoon. He's got 2 wide receivers to the right side. Handed off to Tuggle. Tuggle's going to come off right tackle and barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down coming up for the Saints. It's going to be interesting, Joe, to see the adjustments that the coaches make at halftime.
Yeah,
and Coach Troy Purcell, the head coach for the Saints in his third season, 14 wins, 9 losses, and they want to share the Frontier Conference regular season title in the spring in that shortened 4-game spring season. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. 3 wide receivers now to the left side. Perka fakes the handoff to Tuggle. Perka's in trouble, dumps it out to Tuggle. Tuggle makes the catch, but he's going to go down. They're going to lose 7 yards on the pass completion, and they're going to have to punt near their end zone with 2:34 left to be played here in a scoreless first half.
And a great job by number 91, Braden Yee for Southern Oregon University being right there, but they sniffed it out. They saw it coming the whole time. So here's an opportunity for Southern Oregon to get on the board with 2:34 to go.
And Southern Oregon will take a timeout here. The year was 2004. Troy Purcell was the head coach in Havre, and they were in the state championship game against Billings Central, a game Havre won 34-21. For the Blue Pony, it was their first state championship since 1970. In that game, Havre quarterback Gary Wagner hit speedy wide receiver Mark Mariani for 2 long touchdown runs of 75 and 84 yards. Mariani would then walk on with the Grizz and played in the National Football League. And Troy Purcell left Havre, went to Bozeman. They won 3 state championships in 2010, 2013, and 2015. Marcus Whitman, the true freshman out of Billings Central, 8 yards back in his end zone. Got to get this kickoff. And the rugby-style kick, line drive, and that'll go across the 40-yard line to the 47-yard line. So good field position for the Raiders of Southern Oregon. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to be played in a scoreless first half. And coming up on the First Interstate Bank halftime show, Rochelle Sayers, head women's basketball coach here at Carroll College. What a great job she's done. Recently picked up win number 200 in her career. And, boy, they got a great team coming back again this season. Also on the First Interstate Bank halftime show, Charlie Gross, the athletic director here at Carroll College. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Can the Raiders find the end zone before the first half comes to an end? Ashuta is going to dump it out short, and that's going to be a pass completion, but a loss of 3 on the play. Groziotti made the catch, but great defensive pursuit on the part of the Saints and resulted in a loss of a couple of yards off that screen pass. And on 2nd down and 12, pass is complete. And a gain of just a couple, and that's Graney who made the catch. And they're going to go with a no-huddle offense with 1:44 left to be played. They have 1 timeout, 3rd down and 8 for Southern Oregon. Ashuta airs it out. Grosciani makes the catch, and it's going to be very close to a 1st down. 23rd catch on the season for Ben Grosciani. Is it a 1st down? 4th down coming up. They're not going to huddle up. It's going to be 4th down and a yard. And they bring in a big defensive lineman as a blocker. And Southern Oregon will take their last time out. It's going to be 4th down and a yard from the 38-yard line with 1:13 left to be played here in this first half. Boy, rare to see a Frontier Conference game that is scoreless here at halftime. You know, I mentioned that Dickinson State is ranked 20th in the nation. Montana Western is ranked 25th. Well, Montana Western beat Dickinson State this year, but the North Star Conference not quite as competitive as the Frontier. Check out this stat. From 2000, Dickinson State is 162 and 83 overall. They've won 66% of their games, but against Frontier Conference teams, 7 and 44 a winning percentage of just 14%. Remember, they went 0-10 at the Frontier in 2013, 1-9 in 2012. It's going to be 4th down and a yard here for the Raiders. They go to the air, incomplete, and Graney, the intended receiver, had his back to the football in that entire play. And the Saints will have one more shot. And let's see how conservative Carroll College will be with just 68 seconds left to be played here in the first half. Graney was the intended receiver. He was going deep, and there was miscommunication between the quarterback and the wide receiver there. So the Saints will take over on downs here. And Duncan Kraft is back. Jack Perka is your quarterback, a freshman out of Coeur d'Alene. And Perka, he wants to throw on first down. He's going to be sacked again. Perka is going down. Wow. Turnbull, the sophomore out of Bend, Oregon, with the sack, and that's going to be a loss of about 6 yards. What a defensive first half this has been. Now, the Saints have 2 timeouts left. They're not going to use them. Rothing and Harrison are going to come out to the right side. Pierce also in a wide receiver spot on 2nd down and 14. Perka back to throw. He's going to run to the 40, get out of bounds to stop the clock at about the 43-yard line. 22 seconds left to be played here in this first half. Well, the Saints come in 4-4. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. And Southern Oregon 3-5 on the season. Lowest scoring game for the Saints this year. They only scored 7 points against Eastern Oregon in week number 3. 3rd down and 6 for Carroll College. Trying to get into field goal range. And Duncan Kraft with the carry, and Duncan Kraft maybe a yard, and that's going to be about it. A first half of college football where neither team put points on the scoreboard. That is a rarity, to say the least. The First Interstate Bank halftime show coming up next from Helena. Carroll College 0, Southern Oregon 0 at the break.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 crew cab pickups.
I'm really glad we decided to put carbon monoxide detectors throughout the whole house. I just can't imagine what would have happened if we didn't.
Come on, Eddie. We gotta go.
got to keep playing together and keep getting better every day.
And for you yourself personally, you picked up your 200 win recently, and that's amazing, Coach. Congratulations.
I say that just means I'm old.
Well, I didn't know you said it. But no, you got a lot. Your starters are all back. I mean, it's just a great team.
You know, and they're fun to coach. They come to practice every day. They know exactly what the expectations are. Being here and playing at this level, and that's nice. You know, I don't have to, we don't have to come in and explain ourselves. They kind of know the routine, and they're great leaders for those young players. We've got, 3 freshmen that are learning from them, and we've actually signed, 5 kids already for next year. And so that leadership is critical to keeping this thing going.
And you got Corbin tomorrow here on campus, and then you head to Bozeman for Montana State University Tuesday.
Yeah, we no breaks. Montana State is going to be a handful, but before that, I went down and watched Corbin play Northern yesterday. They came back and won that game. They're as biggest team as we'll play, probably as big as most of the Division I teams, and so we're going to have to really, really play well, and we're going to have to control the tempo. They want to slow that thing down, and that's not the way we want to play. So we're going to have to get the ball moving and dominate the boards like we tend to do, and hopefully come out on top.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Good luck the rest of this year. You're off to a great start. We look forward to hearing more great things about the Carroll College Fighting Saints.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. So, Coach Sayers here with us at halftime of the football game, and it is 0-0. We'll be back with Rocky Erickson talking to Charlie Gross, the athletic director here at Carroll College. We're back after these messages.
All right. Thanks. Good to see you. All right. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for the letter. That was so nice.
No, you're welcome. Congratulations.
I shared that little article with Coach Turcotte that you sent me. I knew he'd like that.
Oh.
He's like, I never heard that story.
You got to read that story.
What's that?
I'll send it to you. I wrote a story for 406, Auschwitz story that was sports related.
Okay.
Get in here a little tighter. We look good. Make sure you get my good side.
It's all good.
While students around the world found their education on pause due to the pandemic, Carroll College's holistic nursing program allowed me, safely, to star in a play, serve as a student senator, work on my right hook, ski with my friends, and in the midst of the pandemic, prepare to join the front lines. Through a world-class simulation lab and a program renowned for excellence, Carroll College kept my education on track and in person. Carroll College, not for school, but for life.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
It's halftime at Nelson Stadium in Helena. No score between the Saints of Carroll College and the Raiders of Southern Oregon. I'm with Charlie Gross, the athletic director here at Carroll College, and this time of year for Charlie, he has nothing going on. Football, men's basketball, women's basketball, cross country, soccer, and volleyball. Did I miss anything?
I think you got it, Rocky.
So you got to love the overlap between fall and winter sports at this time of year.
If you love sports, it's a great time of the year when everything's going. Basically, right now, only our softball and track teams are the only ones that aren't competing.
And they could be competing on some indoor competition right now.
Just around the corner, just around the corner.
Tell me, what are you most proud of about the athletic program here at Carroll?
I think it's the performance of our students in the classroom. You know, it's been a tough couple years with the COVID situation, and are they playing, are they not playing, are they in class, are they remote? And our student athletes have done an outstanding job. Their GPAs are as high as ever. Right now, when I look back to last year, each one of our athletic teams was an NAI Scholar team. We're the only school in the Frontier Conference that achieved that, and that's actually a credit to not only our student athletes but our coaches.
Do you have more sports than any other Frontier Conference school?
No, I think Rocky is right there with us, and Providence. They both sponsor a pretty comprehensive program.
Any new sports going to develop down the road?
You know, this year we added 2 sports this year. They weren't new sports, they're just new levels. We added JV women's basketball and JV volleyball, and both of those have gone off very well. The student athletes are having a wonderful experience, and maybe in the future we do something more like that.
Being a Montana boy, what I love to see is Montana high school athletes on those football rosters and those basketball rosters, and Carroll does a great job of that.
Yeah, our coaches work the state very, very hard. You know, Carroll's been around a long time, and we've got a place in Montana, and so, you know, to give student athletes an opportunity to compete at the college level and stay close to home, that's something we want to provide for Montana residents.
So when is Charlie Gross going to wave his magic wand and get more than one Frontier Conference football team in the playoffs?
You know, I think that parity is a very good thing. It makes for entertaining games. It makes for good gate receipts. But on a national level, it hurts. You know, when we beat each other up and move down in the rankings. I do think the double schedule might have something to do with that when you have to play somebody twice. And, you know, maybe there's some creative things we can do down the road with the schedule.
Now, I've been around Frontier Conference football for a long time. I can't remember, Charlie, the last time it was 0-0 at halftime.
Well, that's why we have a second half today.
Charlie Gross, athletic director here at Carroll College. This, the First Interstate Bank halftime show. No score between the Saints of Carroll College and the Raiders of Southern Oregon.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. Performance, pride, and passion, 3 things that define the rich legacy of BF Goodrich Tires and the lasting partnership that we've shared over the years. Like the ever-popular BF Goodrich KO2 tire and all the Advantage TA line of tires, stop in and talk to your local performance experts at Wayland Tire and get set up with the right type of tires from the company that invented performance, BF Goodrich.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 crew cab pickups.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Nelson Stadium on the campus of Carroll College in Helena, Montana. Joe McMahon with you. Rocky Erickson will be joining us shortly. We'll take a peek at the first half statistics. Again, it's scoreless first half. Southern Oregon and Carroll College locked it a 0-0 tie here after a 1-point victory. The first meeting between these two schools back in September, the 1-point victory went to Southern Oregon University 34-33. But both teams with multiple opportunities to score here in the first half. And we'll look at the game stats. As you can see, passing yards for both teams pretty comparable. It's the rushing yards where Carroll has the advantage at the moment. Just a -2 rushing yards for Southern Oregon University. And time of possession really in the favor of the Raiders by quite a bit, 13 minutes possession time with 34 minutes of possession in that first half. Turnovers, Carroll has turned the ball over just once, and Southern Oregon yet to turn that over. Penalties fairly close at a couple of sacks for Southern Oregon University and 4 against the Carroll College Fighting Saints. But individually, we can also take a peek at some of these statistics. We know Duncan Kraft off to a great start there in that first quarter for Carroll College. The running back out of Billings, he had 11 attempts in the first half, picked up 57 yards, averaging 5.2 yards per carry thus far. So he's carried the load offensively, running the football for the Fighting Saints. Their quarterback, the freshman Jack Perka, so far he is 5 of 9, and he has 71 yards through the air, and he's been intercepted just one time as well. So it looks like for Carroll, fairly good balance, 63 yards on the ground, 71 through the air for 134 total. For Southern Oregon University, the Raiders, their redshirt freshman quarterback Blake Asciutto is 8 of 16 on the game thus far, 82 yards for him. Running the football, as we mentioned, not very successful for the Raiders. Christian Ciarte, 7 attempts, 13 yards. Their -2 yardage comes in the fact that Blake Asciutto has been sacked 3 times for -23 yards. For Carroll, rushing-wise, Perka, he's been sacked 3 or 4 times, but he also has some gains, so he's just at a -4. Anyway, back to the Raiders. Asciutto, I mentioned, is 8 of 16 for 82 yards. Christian Graney, their leading receiver thus far, 3 receptions, 46 yards. Graziani also has 3 receptions for 10 yards. For Carroll College, it's been spread out quite a bit. 5 receivers, each with a single catch thus far. That's Tuggle, Gilliard, England, Pierce, and Cameron Rothy. And for Carroll, we had the Saints had 1 fumble in which they lost. Perka lost that football right down on the goal line as he was trying to reach over the goal line with that right hand and get that touchdown on their opening drive, and fumbled the ball away, ended up at a touchback, and Carroll didn't get any closer than that. So, Rocky, it's been an interesting first half. Not a lot of offense for either team. Very little rushing yardage for Southern Oregon University, but both teams have had opportunities. They
have. I walked down the steps with a couple of coaches from Southern Oregon, and I said, "You guys defensive coaches or offensive coaches?" They said defense. I said, well done, but I prefer offense myself, and it would be nice if we had some scoring, but only 80 yards of total offense for the Raiders in that first half, -2 yards rushing. Carroll College with 134 yards in the first half, and boy, they had opportunities: a missed field goal, a fumble on the goal line, and what could have been.
What could have been. But 2 more quarters of football left to play here, and for Carroll, again, they're trying to snap a 6-game losing streak to Southern Oregon University. Southern Oregon's trying to snap a 3-game losing streak coming into this game, so something's got to give.
Last time Carroll won in the series, September 5th, 2015 at home, 26-20. You're thinking extra time, overtime? Well, last overtime game was October 17th of 2015 in Ashland, Oregon, and Southern Oregon won that game 28-27 in overtime. And the last 2 times these 2 teams have played, it's been a 1-point game. It's scoreless here at the half in Helena.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
Get an edge in buying your home by getting pre-qualified for your mortgage today.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Well, we're back. Joe, what do you think the adjustments from the coaching staffs were made at halftime?
Well, Southern Oregon University has got to find a way to move the ball. They got to get the ball moving on the ground somehow, some way. I don't know if they're going to need to, run some more counter plays or jet sweeps or something, because Carroll College is just all over their running game, and it's forcing Asciutto into throwing the ball numerous times, and he's not real comfortable doing that. You saw some throws that were rushed and hurried. And I think for Carroll, they just have to take care of the football. I mean, I'd go back to running that game or that running game where Duncan Kraft was just moving right down the field.
Powell with the kickoff, taking it about the 8-yard line. What a great open field tackle for the Saints, and Miloff.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, Ben Miloff, a freshman out of Eugene, Oregon. Great. He'll make the highlight film with that tackle. Came flying down the field on the right-hand side, just grabbed the return man by the shoulders and put him on the ground.
So the Raiders will start the second half with the football. Just 80 yards of offense for Southern Oregon in that first half, minus 2 yards on the ground for the Raiders.
Yep, and both quarterbacks under heavy pressure in the first half. I think at least four sacks on Perka, and then the Fighting Saints got to Asciutto a number of times as well.
Perka 5 of 9 for 71. Asciutto 8 of 16 for 82 yards. And officials will take a timeout here. Remember, after the kickoff of to open the game, they met. And,
they did. Yeah.
Now they're going to meet again.
Must be something.
Boy, that's one of the saddest things this year in high school sports, the lack of football officials,
yes.
Even the lack of bus drivers that they have. They had so many freshman JV football games that were canceled with no officials. There were a lot of games played on Thursday. Games moved from Friday to Saturday. And there was one Lockwood JV game where my cousin Mike Erickson, the AD, had to get the Wolf Point officiating crew to drive down 300 miles to cover a game in Billings.
Oh, my gosh.
First down and 15. Asciutto, they're going to keep it on the ground, and a flag flies. It's going to be offsides. It's going to go against the Raiders. It'll push them back 5 more yards. Now it's going to be first down and 20 as the ball goes back to the 10-yard line.
Huh. So they made some adjustments at halftime. Both teams did, but for whatever reason here, it's not going well off the out of the gate here for Southern Oregon University. They're in a 1st and 20 right now. They're back against the wall here, 10 yards from the end zone here.
I asked Charlie Gross at halftime. I said, Charlie, when's the last time you've witnessed a Frontier Conference game go 0-0 at the break? He says, Rocky, we're going to keep playing until somebody scores.
I told you we can't go home.
Pass over the middle. And I don't know, I
think it was caught.
Was it caught?
No.
Grossiani unable to make the catch, so it's going to be second down. And
Trent Durfee, the linebacker out of Oregon, there on that stop. Carroll College defensively has been playing pretty well. Obviously, the stats, speak well to that too, as far as what Southern Oregon's been able to do offensively.
Graney up on top with Gaugen. It's going to be second down and 19. From the 3-yard line, pass is caught by Graney. Graney goes nowhere. He is pushed back as Spearoff again on the tackle for the Saints.
Yeah, he's one of their veteran DBs. He's a corner. They trust him one-on-one with just about anybody, and he's performed very well again this year. He's a junior out of Helena, Montana, Helena High.
It's going to be third down and 15. Blake Asciutto is 10 of 18, 87 yards in the game. Third down coming up here. They are 1 of 7 on third down conversions in the game for Southern Oregon, and this is third down and long. Oshudo takes a hit, still on his feet, decides to run, gets to the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it. And the Saints are going to get the football for the first time here in the second half.
Great job defensively that time by Carroll College. Number 45 came in and made that stop for Carroll. But great coverage at the ball as soon as Oshudo took off, and he almost got sacked again. He escaped that, but the Carroll's defense rallied to the football and got him before he got far down the field. Just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Rothi is back, and it is a high kick. It's a short kick, but it does take a Raiders bounce and inside the 40-yard line. So for the first time in the second half, we get to see the Saints offense on the field, and they only had 140 yards of total offense in that first half. Duncan Kraft, 11 carries, 57 yards. Kraft averaged more than 5 yards a carry. Saints missed a field goal. They fumbled on the goal line and had an interception as well. Rothi to the right side for the Saints along with Harrison. Your center is Andrew Carter, 6'3", 300 pounds, low snap. Kraft will try the left tackles, and Kraft gets 1 yard, and that is going to be about it.
Since that first quarter, Southern Oregon University has done a great job, really, of converging and keeping him under control, Kraft, that is. That time it was number 48, Glembeck again, on that tackle. He's made a bunch of tackles today for the Raiders, but they've made an adjustment, and they've slowed him down, so it's up to Carroll to look for another way to move that football without having to throw it.
Tony Collins, tight end of the right side. 3 wide receivers are set on the right side. It's going to be second down and 9. Collins is going to come into motion. They work from the 40-yard line. Kraft again, this time up the middle, and Duncan Kraft for just a couple out of Billings Central. It's going to be third down and long coming up here for the Carroll College Saints.
Very active for Southern Oregon University, Nora Turnbull, the sophomore out of Bend, Oregon, with that tackle. Got a number of tackles today.
And Carroll College just 2 of 7 on third down conversions. The Raiders are 1 of 8. But it can't be that surprising when the score is 0-0.
No. Turnbull's 5th tackle of the day right there.
Perka, 5 of 9, 71 yards, picked off once. It's going to be third down and 7 for the Saints. Perka fakes a handoff to Kraft, takes a hit, stays on his feet, and pass is caught by Harrison for a first down
How do you do that?
at the 45-yard line. What a throw by Perka.
Under pressure, he stepped up in the pocket, stayed there, and waited for that receiver to break open over the middle and delivered a strike.
Harrison, his 16th catch on the year, and the Saints are inside Raiders territory. 11:06 left to be played. Third quarter, scoreless game from Helena. Pierce on the left side on first down. 2 in the backfield. Here comes Kraft. Fumble on the play, and Duncan Kraft recovers his own fumble for a loss of 5. That ball popped out, and Kraft was able to get up off the ground and recover the football. That was a big play.
Huge play. Drew Schuler caused that fumble for Southern Oregon University with just a vicious hit on the ball, knocked it loose. And credit Duncan Kraft. Didn't quit on the play, as you said, Rocky. He got it right up and jumped on that football.
There's no way we can be 0-0 at the end of 4, is there?
In 10 minutes there is if nobody scores.
It's going to be second down and 15. The Saints are right at midfield. Perka fakes a handoff to Tuggle.
There you go.
Wide open is Pierce, makes the catch. It's going to be a gain of 10, and third down coming up. That is a big target. Kyle Pierce, 6'3", 210 senior out of Nampa, Idaho.
Yep, one of 4 seniors on this roster, but he's been here all 4 years, and he's been very productive in his career here at Carroll College with the defensive pressure that time of the tackle, Seth Miller. He's 6'6", sophomore out of Sacramento.
It's going to be third down and 5 for the Saints. Trying to get on the scoreboard, something that neither team has accomplished so far today. Fake the handoff.
got
Perkins got all day. Going to go deep to Pierce. Unable to make the catch. Wow.
Just couldn't connect. And they may be in 4-down territory here. Let's wait and see because it's pretty close to punt and too far out for a field goal. But, yeah, he had Pierce open, Rocky.
Not all that often in this game has either team went for the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to punt the football. Or attempt a field goal.
Well, Marcus Whitman is in. And,
he's the punter.
Don't forget, he had that fake punt through for a touchdown.
That's true.
Last week.
I'll bet Southern
Oregon that win against Eastern Oregon, and I'm sure they witnessed Marcus doing that. The true freshman out of Billings Central, quarterback and punter for the Rams the last couple of years, is lined up to punt on 4th down and 5. And they're going to bring 10. And Marcus gets the kickoff. It is a beauty, and it's going to, inside the 3-yard line, and it's going to be roughing the kicker, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Carroll College.
Critical mistake by the Raiders. Great punt by
punt by Marcus, but he was taken out.
You're in such a vulnerable position, too, when you kick that ball away, your leg up like that, off balance. You can get hurt pretty bad. It's a good thing that they keep close track of that.
And Marcus is the trainer comes over, ask him if he's okay. Big first down for the Saints.
It's not running in. That's a roughing, so that's a personal foul. So it'll be Carroll ball down on the 30-yard line of the Raiders.
What a punt.
Yeah, great
by
punt.
Marcus Whitman. Went all the way down inside the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that would have really looked good on his stats, but he'll take the first down instead.
Well, they brought almost everybody trying to get the block. 1st down and 10 Saints from the 30. 1 touchdown. Well, that might just
be enough.
Win you a football game today. Pierce to the left side. Also in at wide receiver, Jake Brown.
A 4-man front again for Southern Oregon.
1st down, fake the handoff. Brown's open. Perkins going down. He's going to be sacked again, and there's another flag.
Logan Nichols came racing around the left end like he wasn't touched. He was in the backfield on Perka before Perka got set up. But let's check this penalty.
That defense for the Raiders has been very good.
It has been.
All afternoon. And here's the call. They say it's against the Saints. It's going to be a hold against Carroll College. 9:16 left to be played. This is quarter number 3 from Nelson Stadium. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. Saints 0 and the Raiders of Southern Oregon 0. This could be an historic game, the lowest scoring Frontier Conference game of all time.
This could be a late dinner.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 4. I know overtime rules now, though.
You do. You're well-versed.
1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Perka back to throw. 1st and 20, rather. Pass is complete, and that's going to be Logan Gilliard, the tight end, his 13th catch on the season, 6'4", 230 out of Big Fork, and that made up for a lot of the loss they had on the hold.
So Coach Purcell and his staff do a lot of recruiting in Montana, a lot of Montana kids here, and you'll see a lot of Eastern Washington kids and Idaho kids here as well.
It's going to be 2nd down and 7 from the 27-yard line. Saints need points. Tuggle is the running back. Kraft's on the bench. Perka, quick pass. Rothi at the 30. Rothy's going down. No gain.
Nice
and
Botello,
I'll tell you what, Botello is so quick and so good. He could play at a whole nother level here.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He anticipates it well. He was right there.
How about 3rd down and 8? Perka 8 of 13, 107 yards. Picked off once in the game. Perka's got 9 touchdowns on the season, 4 interceptions, completing 56% of his passes.
Pretty good considering he was playing high school ball a year ago. You know, that's a big step.
They come up short here. I think they're going to go for it. Snap back, low snap to Perka. Look at the left side. Tony Collins makes the catch.
Collins
with a stiff arm on the first down
go.
to the 18-yard line. Nice run after the catch for Tony Collins. That was huge.
Yeah, he got pressure that time right away when he caught the football from number 30. And he put him on his back, Miles Montgomery, the linebacker. Collins stiff-armed him, put him on the ground, and picked up that first down.
That was a huge play.
It was enormous. Momentum builder for Carroll. Let's see if the Raiders have an answer here.
First down and 10, 19-yard line, 7:13 left.
Giving them quite a bit of cushion, these receivers.
Tuggle is back, and Tuggle gets the call, and Tuggle goes nowhere, stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and less than 60 yards rushing for Carroll College in this football game, and a -3 for Southern Oregon.
Yeah, just not much. And we mentioned that coming in, that the stats bear that out, that throughout the year neither team has run the ball very well.
Well, Duncan Kraft had 14 carries for just 34 yards last weekend against Eastern Oregon. It's going to be second down and 10 for the Saints. 6.5 to be played in the third quarter. Still no score from Nelson Stadium here in Helena. Fake the handoff to Tuggle. Pass caught. Collins the 20, the 15 to 10. And Collins to the 8-yard line. Move the chains. Another first down. The Raiders say the ball was fumbled, and Southern Oregon says they have it.
Officials are talking it over, and it looks like Carroll's going to keep possession of this football. Number 16 in on that tackle for Southern Oregon right away, Seth Miller. But Collins, yards after catch that time and on the last play both. He's a force. He's hard to bring down.
It's going to be first and goal, Carroll College from the 9-yard line.
Collins, a junior from Fort Worth, Texas. Carroll doesn't bring in a lot of kids from Texas to play football.
Gilliard and Pierce, left side. Collins. Harrison to the right side. And Perkins going to run the 10, the 5, one-man to beat, spins out of a tackle, and he's down to the goal line. Is he in?
I think they're going to mark him just short, maybe half yard short, Rocky. But nice move and nice attempt, and that time he tucked the ball in when the contact came.
In the first half, Perka was running in for a touchdown, diving for the goal line, and he fumbled the football in the end zone.
They're going with the jumbo package. Mafu, number 99, comes in, the sophomore out of Phoenix, Arizona, 6'3", 265. He'll line up in the backfield.
Marcus Whitman is not in a quarterback as Perka's going to stay here. It's going to be second down and goal, just inside the 1-yard line. Perka, handoff to Tuggle.
Yep.
Tuggle is in, and we have a touchdown.
Yeah, he just followed Mafu around the right side between right guard, right tackle, and a big job that time. Big kudos to the offensive line for Carroll. They won that battle on that down.
1-yard touchdown run, Baxter Tuggle, his 4th touchdown of the game.
I watched Tuggle. He went right up to Mafu here on the sidelines and patted him on the butt and said thank you because he cleared a big old hole.
And on for the PAT is Powell. He has not missed on the season. A perfect 22 of 22.
Hope you haven't jinxed him.
Can he make it 23 straight here? Snap back. The hold is down. The kick is on its way.
Okay.
It is good. 7-0. The Saints of Carroll College have finally broken the deadlock. They lead here in the third.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
Voted one of America's best banks by Forbes magazine and earning your vote every day.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy. Most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
Saints trying to snap a 6-game losing streak against the Raiders of Southern Oregon. Tuggle with the short touchdown. Mac on October 2nd, that 28-21 win against the College of Idaho. Tuggle had a 3-yard touchdown run with 56 seconds left. Turned out to be the game winner. Powell on the kickoff here, and that is going to be returned from the 5-yard line. Nice return out across the 30, out across the 40-yard line, and big hit. I don't see any laundry on the field. McLaughlin on the return, and the Raiders wanted a late hit there.
Yeah, I mean, they might have been right on that, as it seemed like he was outside the line there when he got whacked, but maybe not.
Well, can the Raiders of Southern Oregon answer? Well, the Saints are finally on the scoreboard.
When these two teams meet, 7 points is not enough, as Carroll found out last time when they're being up by, 19 or 20 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the Saints led 33-14 into the fourth, and Southern Oregon came back to win that game 34-33. That was back on September 25th. Ashuto is your quarterback. Ashuto, they're going to hand it off, go on the ground, and that's going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play. Christian Huarte goes literally nowhere. How about that defense?
Garrett Warden came firing through from the defensive line, got his left arm around the running back's shoulders and just kind of pulled him down.
That's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. Southern Oregon does not have positive yardage on the ground. 2nd down and 13 from the 40-yard line. Gauguin up on top. 4 wide receivers are set to go out. Ashuto, 10 of 18. He's going to roll to the right side. Pump fake. Airs it out. Pass is caught and move the chains. That's going to be a first down. Lamar, his first catch of the game, his 15th on the season.
And really a great call by the offensive coordinator for the Raiders to roll him out, get him away from that pressure, and he delivered a strike. Kudos to Ashuto on that throw.
First down and 10, the Raiders trying to answer. The Saints lead 7-0. Under 4 minutes left to be played. This is quarter number 3 from Nelson Stadium here in Helena. Ashuto got time. He's going to go for it. All incomplete. Gauguin, the intended receiver. Not very often either team has went for it all.
No, Spearoff that time, good coverage for Carroll College. He was stride for stride with Gauguin, but nope, you're right. They haven't tested the deep routes of either team.
Ashuto, 11 of 20, 101 yards in this game. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders.
This game is you mentioned first half that this game was rolling along, and it continues to.
Ashuto's out of the shotgun. 3 are set to go out. Graney is going to come into motion on the ground again. They go nowhere. Another loss on the play. Katera, the ball carrier, and the Saints come up big again.
Yeah, number 8, Colin Sassano, a redshirt junior out of Helena, Montana, came flying through from the linebacker position and made a huge stop.
Now it's going to be 3rd down and 14.
Sassano, product of Capitol High, just down the street here. Local kid. Carroll back in that 3-man front. They've been playing it most of the game. They're going to show some pressure with some of their linebackers. Let's see if they bring anybody. Yep, here they come.
Ashuto wants to throw on 3rd down and long. Airs it out. He threw that one away. And the Saints with the lead. They're going to get the football back here late in the 3rd quarter. Is there laundry on the field?
I don't think so. I think we're clean. I think this one's clean.
So the Saints return team, Rothy, is back to return the punt. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left to be played. Here in the third, Saints lead 7-0. Saints have won 3 of their last 4 games after starting the season. 1-3, barely got the kickoff. And there's
penalty.
A flag, and that is going to be on the punter. So Marcus Whitman, who punted for Carroll, had a roughing the kicker call, and now we have one on the other side.
So is this going to be a personal foul, or is it going to be running into the kicker, which is not a 15-yard automatic first down? We'll see what they call it. It looks like
they need 14 yards for a first down, and I don't think it's going to be a personal foul.
It seemed like he pulled up and really tried, to avoid the contact. There was a bump, but it was not like he ran through him. So we'll see what the officials. I think that's what they're talking over with the coach right now. There we go. They'll figure it out. Yep, they declined it. It was a running into the kicker call. It would only got him like 5 yards, so they said, nope, we'll send our defense out.
So Carroll College will take over with 2:44 left here in the third.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we call this community home, just like you.
That's why we take a locally focused approach for our members.
Your financial success is our primary goal.
Whether you're refinancing your home,
buying a car,
starting a business,
or just need help with a checking or savings account,
we'll give you the financial tools you need to grow.
At Rocky Mountain Credit Union, we're here for all life's events, big and small.
Stop by your local branch or visit rmcu.net to learn more.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop. And you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer one tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
It's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. He's trying to get ahead of the other 6 kids in his ethics class. Pretty soon, he's going to grab some breakfast with his friends. After that, he's meeting with Dr. Klein about his thesis on partial differential equations. Later, he's got a meeting about a possible internship. And after that, practice. Big meet against Montana State tomorrow. He's got a busy week. He's got a busy life. But for right now, it's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. Carroll College. Not for school, but for life.
Saints have the lead and the football. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Perka, 11 of 16 of the game, 126 yards. Low snap, and Tuggle's got room to run across the 30. Tuggle the 40. Tuggle midfield, and Tuggle gets brought down from behind at the 25-yard line.
Marv Nyambo ran him down, but what a great run by Tuggle, who had been bottled up most of the game, hadn't got loose at all.
And that is a 60-yard run, and watch Tuggle comes out to the left side, and nobody's there as Tuggle scrambles for 60 yards on that play. Very impressive, and the Saints knocking on the door again.
His average went from 4 carries for 5 yards to 5 carries for 60 yards. That helps, right?
It does.
Yeah.
First down and 10, Saints from the 25-yard line. Perka, Tuggle, this time he tries the right side, and Tuggle will go for about a yard on the play.
I'm not sure if they just want to give both kids some carries or if something's up with Kraft, but because they've used them both.
And over 100 yards on the ground. Now for the Saints of Carroll College, -3 for the Raiders. It's going to be second down and 9, just inside the 25-yard line. Late here in the third, 1:43 left to be played. We were deadlocked at 0-0 at the half, and now the Saints lead 7-0. And Tuggle's not going to get the call. Screen pass caught. Rothy, 25. Rothy goes
Great
down.
Defense.
Only a gain of about 3 on that play.
Dylan Daniels, the freshman from Kent, Washington, for the Raiders, closed quickly and made that tackle a sure tackle holding him to just a gain of a couple of yards. And I did look down on the sideline. Duncan Kraft's fine. He's standing right by the offensive coordinator saying, just let me know when you want me to go back in. He's ready to go.
Tight end Logan Hilliard is going to come in now. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Saints. Perka, 12 of 17 on the afternoon. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Fake the handoff to Tuggle. Flushed out of the pocket. Another sack for the Raiders. Back at the 30-yard line. Wow.
I think that's their 6th or 7th on the day. Mentioned that Perka had been sacked 6 times in the last game. And let's take a look here. That's their 6th one. You can see that. He just really good coverage downfield, and when he hesitated, they just collapsed on him.
Well, Powell's going to come on for a rather long field goal.
46-yarder?
It's going to be, 46-yarder. Powell's
47.
long on the season is 33. He's 9 of 10 on field goal attempts on the year. It's going to be marked at the 37. It's a 47-yard field goal attempt.
No breeze.
For the Saints to go up by more than 1 score, and they didn't have the right personnel on the field. They tried to take a timeout, but a delay of game, and I don't think that Coach Purcell is going to let his kicker attempt one from 52, is he?
I think they got the timeout in before the penalty, I believe. Yeah, they did.
Well, that's huge.
Yeah.
Just 4 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Saints lead 7-0, and we'll be back with more right after this.
I got home from work early, walked in the front door, and immediately felt like I got smacked in the face with a rotten egg. I've smelled a natural gas leak before, so I went right back outside and called Northwestern Energy. They came over immediately. Turns out one of the burners on the stove wasn't turned off all the way, and fumes were filling the room. It's a good thing they add that rotten egg smell to natural gas. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. It's a full-time job keeping these two safe, but with Northwestern Energy's help, it's a little easier.
COVID-19 has been very detrimental to my community. We live in multi-generational households, so we've had like entire households of 13 get affected. It's taken my dad. I've been administering the vaccine since December, and I have not seen anybody have like a severe allergic reaction. We do need to get vaccinated as a state as soon as possible so we can get back to normal life.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. Performance, pride, and passion, 3 things that define the rich legacy of BF Goodrich Tires and the lasting partnership that we've shared over the years. Like the ever-popular BF Goodrich KO2 tire and all the Advantage TA line of tires, stop in and talk to your local performance experts at Wayland Tire and get set up with the right type of tires from the company that invented performance, BF Goodrich.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Well, Powell's 9 of 10. His long on the season is 33. This from 47 yards out. Gets the kickoff. It's got the distance, and that is going to be wide right. So Powell misses for the 2nd time. West High's got a kicker, Spencer Berger, that was good from 47 earlier this year. The 3rd quarter has come to an end. The Saints lead 7-0.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer 1 tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
I don't feel like just another account. I actually feel like a person and a friend and part of a community.
We came to Ascent because we knew that they would look beyond the credit score at character.
At the Myrna Loy, we have a mission, and we work with Ascent Bank because they work that way too.
At Ascent Bank, we believe banking is more than providing financial services. It's starting to think outside the box for the benefit of our customers, because that benefits them, and that's the right thing to do.
Ascent Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Conference football between the third and the fourth quarter. Carroll College cheerleaders lead the crowd in Sweet Caroline. First down and 10. Raiders, 30-yard line.
And the person that performed that song is older than you and I. That's good. Right?
That's true. You know, we're talking penalty flag here, official timeout, long field goals. The state record for the longest field goal is 63 yards. Travis Dorsch of Bozeman in 2005, and that was in a game that was played in Idaho. First down and 10 for the Raiders. Oshudo back to throw, incomplete. His intended receiver was Graney, and Graney could not get around his defender.
TJ Abraham right there and defensively playing in that safety position. Close to pass interference, but made a break on the ball. And no longer on the field.
Second down and 10 coming up. So total yards through three quarters, 98 yards for the Raiders, 250 yards for the Saints. Oshudo is 11 of 22, 101 yards in the game. And Oshudo is going to air it out over the middle, pass caught, Gauguin. And it's going to be a first down. Bryce breaks two tackles inside the 40 and finally tackled from behind, but a late flag coming here.
Yeah, I think this is a block in the back. We'll wait and see what's going to happen here, but that's definitely not pass interference.
Biggest gain of this game for the Raiders, and it may be coming back.
You can see it on the replay. Yep. We saw Carroll College, number 89 with the shove in the back on the Carroll defender as he's coming across trying to make that tackle.
Another long official timeout. The fourth quarter just underway here. Saints lead it 7-0.
Yeah.
You know, that'll move them back. It'll still be first down. And Southern Oregon is still inside the 50-yard line here. And I'd like to thank our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities. And all across America on For the Fans. We're happy to have you enjoying this game with us. First down and 10.
Give him some pressure.
Oshudo wants to throw, incomplete. He just had to get rid of that as he was going to go down. Hunter Peck was right there.
Yeah, he threw that at the feet of his tight end, number 89. But, he was under tremendous pressure. We can see it on the replay here. Look from the outside, breaking on him right away is number 19. He was right there for Carroll College in his kitchen, and that is Hunter Peck.
Oshudo, 12 of 23 on the afternoon. Raiders trying to answer. It was 0-0 at the end of one. Last time these two teams played, the Saints led by 19 into the fourth, and the Raiders came back to win that game back on September 25th, 34-33. Nice gain as Macy gets to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8 and one of the best running plays all afternoon for Southern Oregon as Hakeem Macy picks up 8 yards.
Malfoy with the tackle, but a great run that time. It might get him into positive yardage here on the rush.
Third down and 2. They come up short here. You know they're going to be going for it.
They have to. So Southern Oregon's Blake Oshudo threw for over 200 yards last weekend in that loss out in Oregon.
Third and short. Macy stays in. They're going to go on the air. Sidearm pass is caught. Move the chains to the 30-yard line. Grossiani makes the catch. And Southern Oregon, they're very much alive.
They are. All of a sudden, they've got some momentum going. Spur off with the tackle that time for Carroll. But nice throw that time by Ashuto.
Need a touchdown and a PAT, and this game would be all tied up. From the 28-yard line for the Raiders, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Ashuto is back with Macy. And Macy gets the call. Akeem, nice run up near the 20-yard line for a gain of 7.
And all of a sudden, that offensive line for the Raiders is making some progress here. They're moving some people off the ball.
Macy's best game, 61 yards against Northern, came in with just 195 yards all season. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. The line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line for the Raiders. They're going to go for it all in the end zone. Goggin makes the catch, and that's going to be a touchdown, and we got a 1-point game. Bryce Goggin.
Nice throw.
Just his 7th touchdown of the year.
Beautiful throw by Ashuto that time. Goggin with the catch. The coverage out there is Micah Ons, but he could not break that ball up. Great route, and Ashuto put it right where he needed to.
And now the all-important PAT. And Cesar Ruiz he's not missed. He's 20 of 20 on the season. This is huge. To tie the game at 7. Snap back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And we are deadlocked at 7 here at Nelson Stadium, Carroll College, early in this 4th quarter.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
It's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. He's trying to get ahead of the other 6 kids in his ethics class. Pretty soon, he's going to grab some breakfast with his friends. After that, he's meeting with Dr. Klein about his thesis on partial differential equations. Later, he's got a meeting about a possible internship. And after that, practice. Big meet against Montana State tomorrow. He's got a busy week. He's got a busy life. But for right now, it's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. Carroll College. Not for school, but for life.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
Well, we're tied at 7. Last time these two teams played an overtime game, October 17th of 2015 in Ashland. Southern Oregon won 28-27 in overtime. A couple of weeks ago, I had a 5-overtime game as Northern beat Eastern Oregon 22-20 for their first conference win in 6 years, snapped a 47-game Frontier Conference losing streak. That ball's in the end zone. The next week, coming off that huge win, Northern went up against Montana Western. They lost 63-7. In that loss, the Lights had 28 passing yards and -8 on the ground, so they had 20 yards of total offense in the contest.
Well, they were tired.
5 overtime.
That's right. The week before, they're worn out. No, that's.
So I know how the overtimes work. So we'll see if
we get there.
We're gonna go into extra time here. Low scoring defensive battle, tied at 7. A lot of time left. 12:31 left to be played here in the 4th quarter. Low snap. Perka looks over the middle and nobody's there, and he threw it to Harrison, and Jaden was covered well.
Yeah, we got a penalty flag out there, and we've got
He might have been held. It's going to go against Southern Oregon.
Some pressure that time put on Perka by number 98. He was on him quickly. That's Umalop. But we'll wait and see. The officials are having another conversation about the penalty itself. But I think this is against, as you mentioned, against the Raiders.
The Saints won 6 national championships from 2002 to 2010, and Southern Oregon almost won a state championship in 2015 as they played for the national title, losing 31-14. In 2017, the first year for head coach Charlie Hall, they went 10-0 in the Frontier, and they lost their only game all year in the semifinals to Reinhardt, 37-34. That game went double overtime.
Yeah, rich history of success for both of these programs in the Frontier Conference and beyond.
First down and 10. Perka's got 3 wide receivers set to go out. I think Duncan Kraft is back in the game at a running back. He's not going to get the call. Perka's going to air it out incomplete. Rothy, the intended receiver. And it's going to be second down and 10 coming up.
Yeah,
Boy, 2 missed field goals on the part of the Saints, and that's going to come back and on them.
It is. Yeah, that particular play right there, I'm not sure if he was thrown to Pierce or he's trying to get it to number 4 over the middle. He threw it over the top of Rothy and short of Pierce, who was running behind him.
It's going to be second down and 10. Perka 12 of 18, 128 yards. And he's got a touchdown and an interception. And on the ground they go, and Duncan Kraft is back in the game, but a late flag comes out.
Yep.
Kraft goes for 7 yards, and that's going to be a hold, and I think it's going to go against the Saints.
Yep. Devin Holden with the tackle for Southern Oregon University, but you're right, a holding call backs it up, and what was a good run by Duncan Kraft, who's been bottled up since about the end of the first quarter.
Duncan Kraft, 14 carries, 55 yards. Tuggle, 66 yards on just 6 carries. And that's going to push the Saints back. Boy, it's not often you see a real defensive battle in the Frontier Conference. That's exactly what we have here this afternoon. Second down and 20. Perka back at his 5, dumps it out short to Collins. Hit immediately. Wow. Collins is going down and no gain.
Tight end screen, and boy, it was read beautifully by the defense for Southern Oregon University. Well coached. They saw that on film, obviously. Number 15 right there to make the tackle, Drew Schuler, who's been pretty impressive today. He's got a lot of tackles.
Short completion, and Collins was covered well. And now it's going to be third down and 20.
That's Schuler's 12th tackle on the day, Rocky.
That's unbelievable. That is really impressive. 3 wide receivers right side. Perka, 13 of 20. 128 yards in a game. Looking right, Perka. It's going to be brought down at about the 4-yard line, and that is the 7th sack of the game for the Raiders. And how big was that inside the 5?
Galago from Maui, Hawaii, a 6'6", 280-pound freshman, ran him down. Great closing speed. He just accelerated and caught him.
And Marcus Whitman, the true freshman of the Billings Central, for the second time this afternoon will have to punt out of his end zone.
I'm betting this one's not a fake.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
You mean, 4th down and 35?
I'm going to go on the limb and say no, it's not.
Botello at the 40 to receive this one. Marcus Whitman, his heels are back at the end of the end zone. Good snap, no rush, not a good kick. And that's going to take a Raiders Saints bounce and a late hit. Botello got hit late.
Yep.
And you're going to add 15 yards. And the Raiders are going to have that near the 10-yard line.
Garrett Kokab was over there and just couldn't hold up and didn't mean to knock him down, but he bumped into him out of bounds. The officials saw him going down, and they threw the flag. And I think Botello could get some credit here for acting. He did a really good job of pretending like he got hit really hard, which he didn't, but he drew the attention of the official, and they threw the flag. There it is.
Boy, have we had our share of penalties in his football game. Wow.
Yeah, they're all influential in the way the game turns out, but there's been some key penalties here on both teams. And look where they're going to start this next drive. They'll start at the Carroll 11-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Raiders from the 11-yard line, already in field goal range with the game tied at 7 with 10-12 left to be played. The Raiders trying to snap a 3-game losing streak on the season. The Saints trying to snap a 6-game losing streak to Southern Oregon in the series. A shooter out of the pocket. He'll throw to the end zone.
Yep.
Touchdown! Goggin again. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And we got a late penalty flag thrown. This may be an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Carroll. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. There was some John with the official right afterwards.
So for the second time this afternoon, a shootout and Gauguin.
Yeah, same route. They went right back to it, and it paid off again for him, and I think this is going to hold. I think the score. I think the score is going to count, and it will be enforced on the kickoff. Wait and see here. Yep, it's unsportsmanlike. One of the DBs said something to the official over there, wanting a offensive pass interference call. He felt he got shoved, but
13-7. Yep. Raiders out on top. 10:05 left to be played.
Yeah, I think T.J. Abraham got a little excited and said something he shouldn't to the official, wanting that call, and that's going to affect him on the kickoff. The touchdown's good.
So here comes the PAT.
22 in a row, you said now? 23?
Yeah. Cesar Royes has not missed a PAT all season. Low snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-7. The Raiders of Southern Oregon out on top. And another flag. That is the third penalty flag in a row. Field goal, the PAT is good, and it's going to be roughing the kicker, and it's going to go against the Saints.
In the Army National Guard, you'll serve part-time to be ready to respond at all times. You'll train to master the skills and equipment used to keep the nation secure and its enemies on the run. You'll learn to be a leader and a member of a team. Become part of a time-honored tradition of vigilance and selfless service. Find your adventure at NationalGuard.com.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
Get an edge in buying your home by getting pre-qualified for your mortgage today.
It's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. He's trying to get ahead of the other 6 kids in his ethics class. Pretty soon, he's going to grab some breakfast with his friends. After that, he's meeting with Dr. Klein about his thesis on partial differential equations. Later, he's got a meeting about a possible internship. And after that, practice. Big meet against Montana State tomorrow. He's got a busy week. He's got a busy life. But for right now, it's 7 a.m., and Mike is reading Plato. Carroll College. Not for school, but for life.
Well, the Raiders are simply a fourth-quarter team when it comes against the Saints. They scored 21, came from behind to win at Southern Oregon. They've scored 14 in the first couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. That's 35 fourth-quarter points. Joe said onside kick. Why not? You're kicking off from the 50-yard line.
Might as well give it a shot if you ever want to. See if you can recover this right now. Your defense has played pretty well.
The Saints only have 3 near the line. And a little bit of a squig kick. Going to be picked up by Tony Collins at the 15. Eludes one tackler and gets knocked out. That is not Collins. That's Walden on the return for Carroll College. This game getting a bit chippy, Joe. Lot of penalties and way too many unsportsmanlike calls.
So a big series here, Rocky, for the Carroll offense and for the Raider defense. Raiders want to hang on to this momentum they've put together and keep getting on Perkin, give him no time to throw that football, pressure him. And for Carroll, they've got to move the football.
And back at running back, Duncan Kraft, 55 yards on the afternoon, first down and 10. For the 28-yard line, the Saints are behind for the first time in this game. They go over the middle pass is caught. Pierce, he stepped out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So a couple of yards short of the first down here for Carroll College.
But a good play to open the drive, pick up 9 yards. You're in second short. You got a lot of options here. They haven't really thrown the ball deep much today, and this is a good opportunity to do that.
Perka 13 of 20, just 128 yards through the air. Second down, a short yard, low snap. Perka can run for the first down. He does just that, and Perka gets out near the 45-yard line and move the chains.
And Turnbull in on the stop that time again for the Raiders from Southern Oregon University, but a good decision by Perka that time.
It was 0-0 at the half. Saints led 7-0 at the end of 3. And now Southern Oregon out on top by a touchdown. A lot of time left. 9 minutes left to be played in this Frontier Conference game, week number 8 of the 2021 season. Showing blitz, here they come. Perka airs it out to Rothi on the screen, and Rothi will go nowhere, and there's a flag.
Another flag.
And that official threw that flag about 25 yards, and at one time, Joe, he was a quarterback.
Must have been.
Had to be.
Yeah, accuracy was right. Was beautiful. He landed right where he wanted it. We'll wait and see what the call is here. I'm not sure if it was a face mask or something. It was something on the tackle. Might be an illegal block by Carroll. Just speculating here. We'll see.
You're right. Face mask.
Yeah.
It's going to go against the Raiders. Big break for the Saints.
So that'll give them a first down, push it into Raider territory down on the 40. So the Saints in good position right here to get down there, tie this game up with 8:42 to go.
You understand we don't get paid more for overtime, right, Joe?
Oh, I thought we got just a little bit more each time, kind of like playoffs in the NFL players. We don't, huh?
No, I did the 5 overtime game the other day.
Nothing.
Not going to happen.
Nope.
First down and 10, Saints 40-yard line. Low snap again. Duncan Kraft's wide open. Perka eludes the sack. Perka the 40, 45, and Perka a 7-yard gain. He made something out of absolutely nothing.
Out of a sack, really. He's just really good at making people miss, and that's why they like him. That's why he's out there. Bridgewater could play. He started the season for him. You can see on this replay, he feels that pressure now and gets out of there. They had him. 2 hands on him, and he escaped. And then he's going to make number 25 miss here and get another couple extra yards. Great play.
Saints are 33 yards away from tying this football game. Second down and short. Kraft for the first down. Kraft takes a hit at the line, and Kraft goes down, a gain of only 1. It's going to be third down and short coming up for Carroll College here. 7.5 left to go in this game. Coming up next for the Saints, we're going to be back here, Joe and I, and SWX, for the College of Idaho game at noon on Saturday. Carroll won 28-21 back on October 2nd. And for Southern Oregon, they're going to be at Eastern Oregon. In Week 5, they beat Eastern Oregon 24-3.
Michael Matthew checks in at that fullback position on a 3rd and short. The big kid.
Handoff, and Duncan Kraft is going to be close to the first down. Needed to get to the 30. Looks like a good mark. And
I think he got it.
Boy, I think he does too.
Yeah, they love to run that when they bring Mafu in, that big defensive linemen. They like to run between the right guard, right tackle.
So it is a first down.
Yep.
Carroll College has 2 timeouts left. The Raiders have 3. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line here for Carroll. It's been an interesting game. 259 yards for the Saints, 195 for the Raiders. They work from the 30-yard line.
Rush 4.
Perka is going to throw to the right side. Is it caught by Pierce? It is.
Pierce says it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice catch.
Yeah, good coverage that time by Patello. He was right there with him, but Perka delivered the ball.
And a timeout taken by Southern Oregon with 6:25 left to be played in regulation. It's the Raiders out on top of the Saints by a score of 14-7 here in Helena.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. So stop in today and let us find the right set of Michelin tires for you. If you value longevity, check out the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting family of tires on the road. Whether you drive a car, minivan, SUV, or truck, you'll be able to do more for more miles. Come visit our team of experts at Wayland Tire so we can match you with the right tire for the way you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 2.49% financing and $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
A1 Rentals, serving Helena since 1959, offers rental items for the do-it-yourselfer to major construction companies. Backhoes, floor care, lawn equipment, automotive, concrete work, generators, heaters, electrical, drywall, and more. We can help with any job, no matter how big or small. And don't forget about our party rentals and retail store at Parties Plus. Planning an event? We can help. From tents to catering to decorations. A1 Rentals and Parties Plus on Cedar Street in Helena.
Saints trying to tie this game up. Southern Oregon out on top 14-7, 6.5 left to go in this one. Rocky Erickson alongside Joe McMahon. It's going to be first down and 10, just inside the 20-yard line. Perka, handoff. And on the carry, a gain of maybe a yard for Duncan Kraft, and for Duncan, his 17th carry of the afternoon.
And Schuler, I think, just picked up his 13th tackle in the game. He's just piling them up. Boy, he's an impressive player.
Wally, there's your defensive Frontier Conference Player of the Week.
6'6", 215 junior out of Salinas, California.
Harrison Rothi, Pierce to the right side. Second down and long. Perka going to go to the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown to Pierce. Great catch. We got a 1-point game.
What a throw by Perka. A great catch by Pierce. You're right, Rocky, but that was a tough throw. Jack Perka put that ball on the money across the field. Had the lofter up over the top of the corner. Great throw.
Perka to Pierce, his 5th receiving touchdown on the season. And how big is this PAT with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to be played in the game to tie it? Harrison to hold. Powell to kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. This game is tied at 14. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to be played in regulation. We'd like to thank our Frontier Conference sponsors this season for their continued support of the Frontier. Sponsors include Cooper Tire, Tire-Rama, D.A. Davidson, Earth Hotels, McDonald's, Northwestern Energy, Pepsi, and U.S. Bank. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon here at Nelson Stadium. Carroll College in Helena. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to be played. We're tied at 14. And how big is this drive coming up for the Raiders?
Under 6 minutes, and we still don't know which streak's going to be broken. The losing streak Southern Oregon came in here with, or the 6-game winning streak they had over Carroll.
A lot of penalties, a lot of great defense. Powell getting set on the kickoff here.
Boy, this could be a big test for the Carroll defense. Last possession, the Raiders moved the football.
It was 0-0 at halftime. It was 7-0. Carroll College at the end of 3, short kick. And that's going to go, why did you try to catch that?
I'm not sure. You let it go out of bounds, and don't you get it at the 35?
He touched it, though, and they might have it at the 25 instead of the 35.
Right. Good point.
Not wise for Champ Robertson on that
play. See it on the replay here.
They are going to give it to him at the 25.
Yep, definite pooch kick. Just kind of comes over, and here comes number
21. Chance Robertson. Yep, let it go out of bounds. And you got a player coming. You see that?
Oh, there you go.
Robertson had to cover, otherwise the Saints were coming in and
taking it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. First down and 10, 25 screen pass is going to be dropped, and that's an incomplete pass, not a lateral on that play. And Lamar was the intended receiver. Second down and 10 for Southern Oregon. We're tied at 14. Well, Joe, here's how the overtimes work these days. You go 3 overtimes from the 25, and if it's still tied, then you line up at the 3 for a 2-point PAT each time. Back to throw, wide open, Goggin, and he makes the catch, and he's got the first down to the 37-yard line.
Nice job by Goggin. Just found a hole in that zone, settled it there, and Ashumo put it right where it needed to be. To watch this. If Carroll's playing the zone, and he just finds a soft spot on the outside, settles in there, and Ashumo knows where he's at.
Cesar Ruiz had 3 field goals in a game last week. Screen pass, and Graney goes nowhere. Nice defensive stop on the part of the Saints. Cameron Pruitt.
Yeah, he was.
Big tackle there.
Just about caught that pass.
It's going to be second down and 9. Under 5 minutes left to be played. We're tied at 14. Saints have 2 timeouts left. Southern Oregon, they have 2 timeouts left. Contact and another penalty.
That flag's flying everywhere. Count 3 of them. The question is, who moved first? Was it Gordon, number 94, or Kokab, for Carroll?
Total plays in this game, 48 for Southern Oregon, 61 for Carroll. Total yards, 207 for the Raiders, 291 for the Saints. Time of possession, 56 minutes for the Raiders, 48 for the Saints. And, boy, we had our share of penalties. That's going to go against the Saints. Yeah. It's going to be second down and 5 now from the 42-yard line as the Raiders try to get into field goal range and win this game in regulation. It's been 6 years since these two teams had an overtime game against each other. And Goggin, he was open.
Yep.
But coming on strong was Abraham.
Yeah,
and
just about.
Wow.
Just about got himself an interception right there, and there would have been nobody between he and the end zone.
It's going to be third down and 6 coming up. Boy, what a big play for both teams here, Joe.
Yep. And Ashuto, give him credit. He's settled in. He's really confident back there now. He's making good reads.
Ashuto, 7 of 31, 2 touchdowns, 195 yards on the afternoon, and no picks.
He's found Bryce Goggin as a pretty good receiver, and he's going to him.
Third down and 6 here for the Raiders.
Pressure coming.
Ashuto looking left side, airs it out, and incomplete. The intended receiver, Groziani.
Yeah.
Could not bring it home.
And Spiroff, good coverage, but coming over from a safety to help out was Abraham, and he timed it just perfectly.
And the Saints are going to get one more shot here in regulation to take the lead here. What a game.
Great football game. And all the actions really happened here in the last, since about near the end of the third quarter forward.
And T.J. Abraham is back to receive the punt. Maybe he'll take it to the house and game over.
There you go.
They rush 10. They get the kickoff. And T.J. fair catch at the 30-yard line. The Saints are 70 yards away from picking up a victory. It would be their first win against the Raiders since September 5th of 2015 when they won here at home 26-20. Just one game left in the season for both these teams.
Yep.
We're back here next week, a noon kickoff, as the Saints will host the College of Idaho, and Southern Oregon will play at Eastern Oregon. Perka, 17 of 24, 166, a touchdown and a pick. Can the Saints get in field goal range? Perka's going to air it out. Rothy's open, and Rothy unable to make the catch. Yeah. No laundry on the field. Deshaun Craig.
Perfect.
What a big defensive stop there.
Perfect timing by Craig. He could not have timed that better. He arrived right when the ball did. You'll watch it on the replay here. And a good throw by Perka. Put it right where it needed to be. But here he comes, and boom, he just breaks it up right away. Right on time.
Boy, they took a shot down the field. 4:07 left to go here in regulation. From the 30-yard line. Not going to hand the handoff to Duncan Kraft. Perka's going to take it. He's going to go for about 6 yards. And a huge third down coming up here for Carroll College. And
Tony Collins.
Tony Collins is shaken up. And Collins throws his helmet down, and he's hurt. The 6'4", 225-pound junior out of
he got his
Fort
knee
Worth,
bent back.
Texas.
Saw it on the replay, his right knee got bent back over. He planted it and got hit in the chest and got pushed back over the top of that knee.
That's got to hurt. 3:54 left to be played in the game here. I'd like to welcome our network affiliates for this afternoon's game. SWX at Billings, Bozeman, Butte. Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Yakima, and the Tri-Cities. And all across the nation. On For the Fans, we're happy to have you enjoying this game with us. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. Tony Collins being helped up. And Tony Collins will
the way he's reacting,
walk off the field. It's
not
good.
An ankle sprain. Nope. And it's way too early to tell, but he definitely is not thinking he's going to be back in the game here. You hate to see that.
Big third down play coming up for the Saints. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Huge play for the defense as well. Southern Oregon University has got to get some pressure on Perka and contain him because he'll run.
Perkins, 17 of 25. Perka airs it out to Pierce. Pierce can't make the catch. Another big defensive play. Yeah. Deshaun Craig. Huge. How big was Craig in that series?
Yep, 2 critical defensive stops for him, both on balls that could have been caught that were on target. He just timed his arrival perfectly.
True freshman out of Billings Central, Marcus Whitman, is back in. And the incredible speedy Stokes Botello to receive. And now the Raiders will have a shot with 3:32 left to go in this one. This game is tied at 14.
Wow.
Marcus, rugby-style kick off the right side, and Botello is going to let it go. Nice kick by Marcus Whitman out of Billings Central to the 20-yard line here. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Raiders from the 20-yard line. You know we're going to go into overtime, Joe.
Well, you've been talking about it all game, so if we do, I know whose fault it is. It's yours, but you're right. There's a good chance here.
These two teams have not been involved in an overtime game this season. It's going to be first down and 10. Southern Oregon from the 20-yard line. 3:21 left to be played in regulation here in Helena. A defensive battle. We did have some scoring here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground, a gain of about 5 on the play, and that's Cuarte.
Cuarte with the carry on the tackle for Carroll, number 94, right there making the stop. Garrett Kokiev from Phelan, California.
Will Asciutto air it out here? Second down, 6 for the 24-yard line.
Two deep zone for Carroll. They're dropping back into that zone.
Coming back for the ball, incomplete. Groziani. Now it's going to be third down. Both teams with 2 timeouts left.
And that was there. Groziani found a soft spot in that zone on the right side, just to the left of Spearoff, settled in there. Asciutto couldn't get him the ball. He threw it short.
Saints might get it back and have another chance to win this game in regulation. Not your typical Frontier Conference high-scoring college football game. We were tied at 0 at the half. Third down. Gonna go deep. Gaugen makes the catch at the 40-yard line. They say he was out of bounds. Out of bounds. Wow.
Yeah, good throw. Just inches away from being a huge play, but I thought Gaugen got away with a push. We'll see it on the replay here.
That's exactly what I seen too.
But Asciutto delivered the ball, but just before it arrived, he reaches back and shoves that defender and then reaches up and makes the catch. But he was out of bounds, so it won't matter.
TJ Abraham is back to receive the kick. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to be played in regulation here.
So plenty of time for Carroll.
We haven't seen any quick strikes in this game. Scoring has not been easy. Saints will rush. The punter gets a kickoff, and TJ lets it bounce. It's going to take a Saints bounce. And Carroll College, their offense is back on the field from the 43-yard line with 2:33 left to be played in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 14 here in Helena. Wow.
From what was a slow game in the first half, to say the least, to now, it's changed dramatically, Rocky.
Boy, it has.
Both Southern Oregon and Carroll College have made some adjustments here late in the game. Southern Oregon's defense has been outstanding. The defensive back, number 3, has just been amazing here in the fourth quarter.
Perker will throw on first down, and guess who's back in the game?
There
Tony Collins for a 6-yard pickup.
Surprise,
wow.
surprise. There he is. Boy, when he left the field, we didn't expect to see him back. Let's see if Perka even attempts to come over here on this side where number 3 is, Deshaun Craig.
Well, can the Saints get in field goal range for Powell? He missed from 47. He's missed from 33. And before that, he was 9 of 10 coming in. Second down. Perka flushed out. He's going to run for the first down. Perka down at about the 40-yard line. They'll need about 20 more yards, Joe, and they can be in field goal range. They got 2 timeouts left. 1:48 on the big clock. This game tied at 14. No huddle for the Saints. Collins to the left side. Rothy. Harrison. First down and 10. 41-yard line.
Comes some pressure.
Perka over the middle. Incomplete. It's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders have it. And on the interception, Seth Miller, his second pick on the season. Miller juggled that football and made the catch. The Raiders get it back. 1:28 left now in a tied game.
Let's see the replay of the tip on that pass. That was Collins who actually tipped the ball, reached up for it, couldn't get it, And Miller was right there to take it in.
Miller with a great athletic play. What a game. 1:28 left, and now the Raiders have an opportunity to win this game in regulation. Perka picked off for the second time of the game, but, off a deflection.
Yeah, a ball that could have been caught. A little high, but
asterisk by interceptions like that. Akeem with the carry, a gain of about 9 yards on the play. Everybody thought they were going to air it out on first down late in a regulation here. Akeem with 23 yards on 5 carries. It's going to be second down at a yard.
Both teams 2 timeouts.
And give it to Akeem again. First down inside Saints territory at the 49-yard line.
Akeem Massey has really had a pretty good second half here. He had 23 yards prior to that carry.
So, Southern Oregon.
Under a minute.
49 yards away, trying to snap their 3-game losing streak. Trying to extend their 6-game winning streak against Carroll College. Ashuto, pass incomplete. His favorite receiver, Bryce Gauguin. And it's going to be second down and 10. The clock is stopped. 40 seconds left to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. They need to get it at least 20 yards further down the field to give Roez a shot at a game-winning field goal.
Good coverage on the last play by Ons and Sassano for the Fighting Saints. See if they can get some pressure on Ashuto.
Ashuto's flushed out. He's going to run the 45. Ashuto goes down at about the 42-yard line, and the Raiders will take a timeout. They got 1 timeout left, 32 seconds left to be played in this game. They need to get another 12 yards, get to the 30, and that would be a 47-yard field goal attempt. Last weekend, Cesar Roez was 3 for 3 against College of Idaho. He was good from 41, 26, and 25. And on the season, he is 5 of 6, but they got to get him closer than where he's at right now.
Yep, still 10 to 15 yards needed here to a legitimate shot here. 32 seconds left, and they have 1 timeout left. Southern Oregon has 1 timeout left. Carroll still with 2.
Wow.
Good game. It's coming right down to it. For all those people that left at the end of the third quarter, thinking, well, all right.
Well, they have 1 timeout left, so they don't have to throw to the sidelines.
Nope.
Teed out of bounds. They can take a shot.
Middle of the field's open.
Down the middle.
Yep. And I would take a good peek and find out where Goggin is, though I don't see him in the formation yet.
And a flag is down,
He's
and I
on the
think it's
sideline.
going to go against the Raiders offsides. It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goggin wasn't even on the field that time. He is now. He's
Now
stepping on.
Goggin is.
Yep.
Bryce Goggins got 6 catches, 109 yards.
He's having a day.
And 2 touchdowns.
And he wasn't on the field for that play, and now he is.
Third down. Goggin to the right side, along with Graney. Line of scrimmage now the 47-yard line. Ashuto looking to the left side, incomplete, pass interference, no flag. Good coverage,
great coverage
on the part of the Saints, and now it's 4th down. There's 29 seconds left to be played.
Watch on the replay, you can see Spearoff. He's just glued to that receiver as he makes his break, comes out of his break. Zach's right there on him, reaches out with the left hand, knocks it away.
And Southern Oregon, even though they got 1 timeout left, they're going to punt this away.
Well, if you don't get it, you give Carroll 3 shots here, and they're only 50 yards away from the end zone and 20 yards away from a field goal attempt.
TJ Abraham back to receive. Fake punt?
Could do it here.
I doubt it. Gets the kick away, and there will be no return, and that is going to go into the end zone.
Just barely.
With 19 seconds left, the Saints will have it at the 20, and, Joe, I'm thinking they're going to be fairly conservative.
You're thinking they're
They're
going
not
to
going
be
to
comfortable
I don't
with
think they're going to take
moving
a
to
shot.
overtime. Yeah. Wait and see what the offensive coordinator for Carroll College has. And
Gillard's in. Tony Collins is in.
Alex Van Steel.
I mean, they can get a couple of completions and try to get into field goal range. They got 2 timeouts left.
They could see if Tom Brady's available and get him down the field. He could do it.
But you got to go, they need 50, 55 yards here. Nope, they're going to go for the tie. They take a knee, and regulation is going to end at 14. We're going into overtime.
You know anything about those?
Wow. It's overtime here in Helena.
You did it.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer 1 tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Well, in regulation, Carroll College with 20 first downs, Southern Oregon with 12 first downs, 58 plays for the Raiders, 230 yards of offense. For the Saints, 68 plays, 313. Time of possession, 59 to 51. And here we go, overtime. And the on the coin flip, if you win the coin flip, you want to defer. You want the other team to have the ball first, and then you know what you need to win the game. They're going to start at the 25-yard line. Now, Joe, as much as these 2 teams have struggled offensively, they might not get in the end zone in the overtime.
Yeah, good point. They until the last 15 minutes of the game, both teams really struggled, and in the last 3 to 4 minutes, neither team could move the ball past midfield.
First time that these 2 teams in the series have put in an overtime game since October 17th of 2015 in Ashland. Southern Oregon won 28-27 in overtime.
So many close games between these 2 teams.
2 weeks ago, I was in Havre as Northern won in 5 overtimes over Eastern Oregon. That snapped their 5-year, 47-game Frontier Conference losing streak.
I guess that makes 6 straight losses to Southern Oregon not seem so big. That's a lot of conference losses.
And the officials are explaining the overtime rules to both coaching staffs as we get set for the all-important coin flip here.
Right.
We start on the 25-yard line. If we're still tied after 3 overtimes, it becomes a 2-point PAT attempt from the 3 until we have a winner. That's why that 5 overtime game I did was 22-20 in 5 overtimes, 42 combined points.
Well, if by some reason we top that, it'll be dark here. So
good point. We don't have lights.
No.
So we'll conclude the game tomorrow. We'll all meet back here at noon. And
lots of cell phones in the crowd. We could turn those on, little flashlights or something. I don't know. Marty Lyon could start up the van and turn the headlights towards the field. Get that end done.
It would help.
Yeah.
There's a ambulance. Put the lights on.
There we go. Somebody's nice car over there. Who gets to park down there? Huh.
Here we go, folks, as we get set for overtime number 1, the coin flip. And the Saints win. They're going to defer, and Southern Oregon will have the football first. Is that right, or am I opposite?
I think you have it correct.
Tied at 14 as we head into the first overtime. And
what a day for Drew Schuler, number 15. He has 14 tackles, 8 of them solos, 6 assists, and 1 tackle for loss. And we're not done yet.
From the 25-yard line for the Saints. No, it's going to be Southern Oregon. Southern Oregon will have the football first. The Saints will be on defense here.
Well, that's one way for both teams I just mentioned. They're having a hard time getting across the 50 the last 2-3 minutes of the game on a couple different possessions. Now they are. Go to overtime.
Ashuto, 17 of 36, 195 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, first play here in overtime. Ashuto is going to roll right, airs it out, and Graney was wide open and makes the catch, but a short gain of just a couple of yards.
Another great job by T.J. Abraham being right there to close on that receiver as soon as that catch was made.
It's going to be second down and 8 for Southern Oregon.
See on the replay, Ashuto really slings that ball out to the sideline, but Abraham right there.
Playing conservative. Akeem Massey in at running back. Second down for the Raiders here in the OT. Akeem gets the call, and Akeem goes down. Oh, my.
Garrett Kokab.
Big loss there.
Boy, he's had a big day for Carroll as well.
And now it's going to be third down and 10. Boy, you come up short here. That would be a 42-yard field goal attempt for Ruiz.
Yeah, that's stretching it here.
Third down and 10.
Huge play here for both teams.
In the OT. Ashuto, 4 wide receivers set to go out. Ashuto goes to the right side to Graney. He can't make the catch. And now it's going to be fourth down and 10.
And they're going to kick it.
And Cesar Ruiz, who has had a great season, 5 of 6 on field goal attempts. He kicked a 41-yarder last week. He was 3 for 3 against the College of Idaho. This is a 42-yard attempt for Cesar to give the Raiders the lead here in overtime number 1.
Snap and spot have to be perfect.
From 42 yards out, good snap, kick is up. It's got the distance, and Cesar is good from 42, and Southern Oregon leads in overtime number 1 on a 42-yard field goal, and it is now 17-14 Southern Oregon, and the Saints are now coming on the field. If they get a touchdown, game over. Carroll College will pick up the win.
What a nice thing to have for a coach is to have a weapon like Ruiz. Beautiful kick. He didn't have to clear it by much, and he can go from a few more yards out, but accurate.
Ruiz now 6 of 7, a 42-yarder, a 41-yarder last week. It's going to be the first offensive play of the overtime for Carroll College. Perka, 18 of 28, 171 yards, a touchdown, picked off twice. Kraft is in, 59 yards on the afternoon for Duncan Kraft. And Duncan Kraft gets the call on first down, gets near the 20 on the offensive line. Push. They got him 5 more yards and close to a first down on that push.
Initial contact on the 21, 22-yard line, and boy, you're right. They just shifted into road gear here or low gear here and pushed them down ahead.
Just short of a first down. It's going to be second down and a yard. The Raiders got a field goal on their possession in overtime. The Saints score a touchdown. They win. Second down and short from the 16. Perka, handoff. Kraft, the left side. Kraft might lose a half a yard. Now third down is coming up. And if the Saints come up short here.
Then what?
Well, Powell's 0 for 2 on field goals in the game, but his last attempt was from 47 yards out.
Here comes Michael Mafu in the jumbo package. He'll line up at fullback. And in the past, when he's in the game, they go on the right side. They'll run it right. Give the ball to Garrett or to Kraft.
Third down and less than a yard. Perka's going to come under center.
There they go.
Perka, handoff to Kraft, right side. Kraft didn't get it. I don't believe he got it.
Well, he got hit and then he kind of rolled. And I don't know if his knee touched ground before he rolled, so they got to give him a good spot.
Well, they go for it on fourth down. You're at home.
Man,
or do you send Powell in to tie the game? He's 0 for 2 on field goal attempts in the game. Powell's coming in to try to send this game into overtime number 2. Powell is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. This is going to be marked at the 23. It's a 33-yard attempt. And guess what? Southern Oregon's going to take a timeout to ice him.
I think Troy Purcell took it, actually. I think he
did. He still might change his mind and go for it.
He may. I think he
on
wants to
fourth down and short.
Spend some time to think about this.
Southern Oregon had a 42-yard field goal in the overtime. They lead 17-14.
It's fourth and short. And they ran that same play they do out of that jumbo package with number 99 in the game for them. Out of the fullback position, they put the ball into the stomach of Kraft. He ran right behind him, but they were ready for it this time. Southern Oregon knew right where they were going.
Fake field goal?
Could try.
Boy, wouldn't that be something? Win the game on a fake field goal. Field goal unit still on the field? The offense is on the field.
Looks like Kraft's out there, so they're going to go for it.
Oh, my.
We're going to go for it.
Coach Purcell took his field goal unit off the field.
You're a hero if it works.
And the Saints are going to go for it on fourth down and less than a yard here. And now Southern Oregon's going to take a timeout. Oh, my. If the Saints come up short here, Southern Oregon wins it.
Yep, and the streak continues. Their losing streak ends.
It's hard to believe, but what a defensive game we had. It was tied at 0 at the end of the first half.
Yep.
Carroll College had 134 yards of offense, just 20 yards in the second quarter. Southern Oregon had just 80 yards of offense.
That's amazing.
In the first half of this game.
It's like they were just feeling each other out for the first 2.5 quarters.
Southern Oregon scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. The first meeting, they scored 14, all of their points in the regulation in the fourth. That's 35 points in the 2 games in the fourth quarter. So both teams
here we go.
Take a timeout, and Carroll College will line up here in the overtime. Southern Oregon leads it 17-14. And if the Saints want to continue on, they got to get a first down here. Perka's going to come under center on fourth down and short. Fake the handoff. Perka's going to throw. Pass is caught and move the chains.
Yeah, and look who they threw it to.
That's a first down, and look who got the catch.
Michael Mafu, their defensive lineman who comes in there on the jumbo package. He's listed as a DL redshirt sophomore. They complete it to him, and they get the first down. Great call.
He was wide open, but he had to make that catch.
Offensive coordinator, Alex Fensdale, came up with a great call. They fooled him.
So a new set of downs. Now the Saints, they're 12 yards away from winning this game.
Yep.
First and 10 at the 12.
Big play.
Here in the OT. Perka. Handoff. Kraft. Kraft gets inside the 10. Kraft to about the 8-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 4 for Duncan Kraft. 72 yards on the afternoon for Kraft. He's been over 100 yards 3 times this season, including 145 and 2 touchdowns against Southern Oregon back on September 25th. Saints get in the end zone. Game over. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. They're going to work from the 8-yard line. Perka's going to be out of the shotgun. Perka. Kraft tries the left side, hit behind the line. He's going down, and no gain at all. It sets up a long 3rd down play coming up. He's going to lose a half a yard on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Saints.
It's Schuler again in on that tackle for Southern Oregon University. That kid is all over the field. He's amazing. But, yeah, big play here, third down for Carroll College, and it's going to be a long 8 yards here.
What a long possession in overtime.
Untimed, right?
Pierce, Harrison to the right side. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Saints. Tony Collins is going to come into motion. Perka looking right. Throws past Collins in the end zone. Game over. Saints win. Saints win. Tony Collins makes the catch, and the Saints win this game in overtime. 20-17. The final score as the Saints celebrate.
And
my.
The student section rushes the field, and the streak is over for Carroll College, and Southern Oregon just played their heart out, boy. But a great play that time, a good call, again, by the offensive coordinator for Carroll. And Collins ran a good route, caught the ball, and got it into the end zone. So they put it in the hands of their junior receiver, and he came through for him. And
don't forget, Tony Collins was injured in the 4th quarter, and wow.
Great game.
Didn't sure if Collins was going to come back. We're going to take a break. The Saints win it in overtime, 2017.
Those moments where banking is the last thing on your mind? Yeah, those are our favorite moments too. Bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you.
Get an edge in buying your home by getting pre-qualified for your mortgage today.
I'm really glad we decided to put carbon monoxide detectors throughout the whole house. I just can't imagine what would have happened if we didn't.
Come on, honey. We gotta go.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
Well, what an exciting college football game. We were deadlocked at 0 at intermission. The Saints led 7-0 into 3. We were tied at 14 as we headed into the overtime, a 42-yard field goal. Cesar Ruiz, and that put the Raiders up by 3. And then the Saints went for it on 4th down. They came up big, 12-yard pass. Perka to Collins wins the game in overtime for the Saints. 20-17 the final, and only one overtime, Joe. And the player of the game will be the quarterback And Jack
Perka,
19 of 29, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the contest. And the quarterback is the player of the game, and the defense was also amazing on both sides.
It was, and we have to give a shout-out to, we mentioned him a number of times, but Schuler for the Southern Oregon Raiders. He had 16 tackles in this game.
So Perka is our player of the game as the Saints take a knee, and pray after this one as the Saints will improve to 5-4. And for Southern Oregon, they dropped their 4th game in a row, and they're now 3-6. Player of the game is Jack Perka, the 6'1 freshman out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And he had a nice second half.
He did, and if you're looking for a play of the game, nothing's bigger really than that 4th and less than 1 that they had here just moments ago in the overtime to get that first down, that pass play they ran to Mafu. That might have been.
And here is the drive of the game coming up. Then we'll have our play of the game as well. 2017, the Saints win it, and that snaps a 6-game losing streak against the Raiders of Southern Oregon. And this is our Wayland Tire drive of the game.
And that's Dawson Kraft.
Duncan Kraft out of Billings Central. That's when they pushed him.
Yeah.
He picked up 5 yards on his own. Then the offensive line pushed him for another 5-yard gain.
That was huge in starting that overtime that they set themselves up with a 2nd and short.
And the play of the game coming up, and it is the scoring touchdown, Perka to Collins. Perka rolled right. And, Tony, that was the 4th down play that gave him the first down, and that was simply huge. The field goal unit was on to tie the game, and then Coach Purcell called the timeout and decided to go for it on 4th down. They came up big, and there's Perka to Collins, made the catch at the 5, just got into the corner of the end zone. Game over. The Saints win in overtime. 20-17, a 12-yard touchdown pass, Perka to Tony Collins, and boy, the Saints came up big.
They did. They ended a 6-game losing streak to Southern Oregon University, and they now stand at 5-4 overall. They've got a chance to finish 6-4, so a big day for Carroll College, and you have to tip your hat to Southern Oregon University. They played hard the entire game.
325 yards for the Saints, 209 for Southern Oregon. We're back next week as the Saints host the College of Idaho. For Joe McMahon, Rocky Erickson with the call from Nelson Stadium. The Saints win in overtime over Southern Oregon, 20-17. So long, everyone.
In the Army National Guard, you'll serve part-time to be ready to respond at all times. You'll train to master the skills and equipment used to keep the nation secure and its enemies on the run. You'll learn to be a leader and a member of a team. Become part of a time-honored tradition of vigilance and selfless service. Find your adventure at NationalGuard.com.
Not all tires are created equally. Some tires take 50 to 60 more feet to stop, and you don't need that on our Montana wintry roads. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Helena and let our knowledgeable team help you find the right tires for you, your family, and your vehicle this winter season. Point S Tire and Auto Service, keeping our roads safer 1 tire at a time. Make sure to ask about our best price tire match guarantee.
While students around the world found their education on pause due to the pandemic, Carroll College's holistic nursing program allowed me, safely, to start a play, serve as a student senator, work on my right hook, ski with my friends, and in the midst of the pandemic, prepare to join the front lines. Through a world-class simulation lab and a program renowned for excellence, Carroll College kept my education on track and in person. Carroll College, not for school, but for life.